Have you ever been sitting quietly, perhaps reading a book or scrolling through your phone, when you suddenly feel a weight of attention? You look up, and there, from across the room, your cat is staring at you. They aren't blinking. They aren't asking for food. They are just watching. It can feel intense, can't it? Almost like they are looking right through you. Well, the truth is, they are. Welcome to our channel. We are so glad you're here to explore the deep, often unspoken connection we share with animals. If you love diving into the minds of your pets, please consider subscribing and liking this video. It helps us continue this journey together. And I love hearing from you, so as we go through this, let me know in the comments if your cat has ever done the things we're about to talk about. I'll do my best to respond to your stories. Now, back to that stare. We often joke that cats are judgmental. We laugh about their attitude. But animal behaviorists and psychologists are beginning to understand that this isn't just a quirk of personality. It is a biological survival mechanism. From the moment your cat entered your home, they began a silent, sophisticated audit of your character. They are running a series of secret tests. These aren't tests of your math skills or your trivia knowledge. They are tests of your soul, your patience, your empathy, and most importantly, your predictability. You see, to a cat, you are a giant. You are a massive, unpredictable creature that controls every resource in their life, their food, their water, their shelter. To survive with you, they need to know exactly who you are. Are you a source of safety? Or are you a dormant volcano waiting to erupt? Over the next 20 minutes, we are going to decode the secret language of these tests. We will look at the specific experiments your cat runs on you, often without you even realizing it. By the end of this, you won't just look at your cat differently. You will realize that all this time, they have been deciding if you are a good person. The biology of trust. Before we can understand the tests, we have to understand the test taker. Why are cats so suspicious? Why do they need to test us at all? Dogs, for example, often give their trust freely. If you smile and offer a treat, a dog is usually your friend. Cats are different. This comes down to evolution. Cats are what we call mesopredators. This means they are hunters. Yes, they hunt mice and birds, but they are also prey. In the wild, they are hunted by coyotes, eagles, and larger cats. This dual existence means a cat's brain is wired for constant risk assessment. They cannot afford to be wrong about their environment. If a dog makes a mistake and trusts the wrong person, they might get yelled at. If a wild cat makes a mistake and trusts the wrong creature, they don't survive. This instinct doesn't disappear just because they live in your living room. When your cat is observing you, they are looking for the baseline. They are asking, what is this human's normal state? This is the first test, and it's the longest one. It's the consistency exam. Your cat is gathering data points every single day. They watch how you move. Do you stomp your feet, or do you walk softly? They listen to your voice. Do you speak in a low, soothing rumble, or do you have sudden, sharp outbursts? They are building a psychological profile of you. Have you ever noticed that your cat prefers to be in the same room as you, but not necessarily touching you? They might sit on the back of the sofa while you watch TV. This is part of the evaluation. They are observing you in your unguarded moments. They want to know if you are safe when you are distracted. If you are the kind of person who is erratic, calm 1 minute, screaming at the television the next, your cat will struggle to pass you on this test. They crave predictability. To a cat, a good person is a predictable person. They don't need you to be a saint. They just need to know that you won't surprise them with aggression. The vibe check and emotional mirroring. Let's move on to a more active form of testing. This is what I like to call the vibe check. Science has shown us that cats are incredibly sensitive to human emotions. A study from Nottingham Trent University found a direct link between an owner's personality and their cat's behavior. If the owner was anxious or neurotic, the cat often displayed similar symptoms. But how do they figure out your emotional state? They test you. Have you ever had a terrible day? You come home, you're stressed, maybe you're pacing around, slamming cupboard doors. Suddenly your cat does something naughty. Maybe they scratch the sofa right in front of you. Maybe they knock a pen off the table. Your immediate reaction might be, "Why are you doing this? Can't you see I'm stressed?" But flip the perspective. Your cat senses the tension in the air. The atmosphere has changed. It feels dangerous. So, they perform a small experiment to see how volatile you are. They knock the pen off the table to trigger a reaction. If you explode, if you shout, throw your hands up, or chase them, you have failed the stress test. You have confirmed their fear. When the vibe is bad, the giant becomes dangerous. However, If you take a deep breath and perhaps gently correct them or simply ignore the behavior because you know it's just a pen, you pass. You have shown them that even when the energy is high, you remain self-controlled. This is why some cats seem to act out the most when we are at our breaking points. They aren't trying to make it worse. They are desperately trying to gauge the threat level. They are asking, are we safe right now? Being a good person in your cat's eyes often means having the emotional maturity to regulate your anger, even when you are frustrated. It's a high bar, isn't it? But that is the price of a cat's trust. The empathy experiment. Now, let's talk about something softer. The empathy experiment. This is one of the most beautiful ways a cat evaluates your soul. There is a myth that cats don't care about our feelings. Any cat owner knows this is false. But did you know your cat is actively checking to see if you care about theirs? Consider the slow blink. You've probably heard of this. You look at your cat, they look at you, and they slowly close and open their eyes. It's a sign of trust. But it's also a question. When your cat slow blinks at you, they are waiting for a response. It is a two-way communication. If you stare back with wide, unblinking eyes, in feline language that is aggressive, it's a predatory stare. But if you soften your gaze and return the slow blink, you are speaking their language. You are telling them, I see you and I mean you no harm. But the empathy experiment goes deeper. Think about when your cat is resting. Maybe they are deep asleep on the rug. You have to walk past them. Do you step over them carefully? Do you walk around them? Or do you nudge them with your foot to move them? Cats are hyper-aware of spatial respect. A cat who feels respected will eventually stop moving when you walk by. Have you ever noticed that? In the beginning, a new cat will bolt if you walk too close. But after a year or two, if you have passed the empathy test, they will stay exactly where they are. They won't even twitch an ear. Why? Because they know you will not step on them. They know you will adjust your path to accommodate them. That specific lack of movement is a massive compliment. It means they believe you are benevolent. They believe you are kind enough to inconvenience yourself slightly for their comfort. To a cat, kindness is not about buying expensive toys. Kindness is respecting their space. The vulnerability trap. This brings us to the most dangerous test of all. The belly. We have all been there. Your cat walks into the center of the room, flops onto their side, and rolls over, exposing that fluffy, soft belly. It looks like an invitation. It looks like they are begging for a belly rub. You reach out, your hand touches the fluff, and snap! The claws are out, teeth are on your hand, and you are left bleeding and confused. You think, my cat is mean. The cat thinks, you failed the test. Let's look at the anatomy. The belly is the most vulnerable part of a cat. It houses their vital organs. In a fight, a predator would aim for the stomach. By exposing it to you, your cat is displaying the ultimate sign of trust. They are saying, I feel safe enough to drop my armor. However, for many cats, this is a look, don't touch scenario. The test is, will you exploit my vulnerability? When you dive in to grab the belly, you are betraying that moment of safety. You are attacking the vulnerable spot. Now, some cats love belly rubs. Every cat is an individual. But for many, the good person response is to verbally acknowledge the belly. Maybe give a gentle pat on the head, or just admire them. When you resist the urge to grab, you prove that you respect their boundaries more than your desire to touch. Another version of this vulnerability test is when your cat turns their back to you. If your cat sits on your desk and faces away from you, staring at the wall, don't be offended. In the wild, you never turn your back on an enemy. You only turn your back on someone who has your back. They are engaging you as their lookout. They are saying, I am going to watch this direction. I trust you to watch the other. If you poke them or startle them while their back is turned, you erode that trust. If you let them sit quietly, you solidify the alliance. The call for help protocol. So far, we've discussed how cats test your patience and your respect. But do they test your reliability? Absolutely. This often happens at night. We've all experienced the 3 a.m. serenade. Your cat yowling at the door, or perhaps singing the song of their people in the hallway. It is annoying. It is sleep depriving. But let's look at the science of the secure base. Research from Oregon State University showed that cats form attachments to caregivers similar to human children. They view their owners as a secure base from which to explore the world. When they are uncertain, bored, or lonely, they check in. That meow in the night, it's a check-in. It's a sonar ping. They are sending out a signal. Are you still there? Are you still safe? How you respond matters. If you get up and scream, you become a source of fear. If you ignore them completely, you might be seen as neglectful. Though sometimes ignoring is the best training method, it's a delicate balance. But often, a calm, quiet, verbal reassurance, "I'm here, go to sleep," is enough. But the real call for help test happens when they are sick or frightened. In the wild, a sick animal hides. They mask their pain so predators don't target them. If your cat is feeling unwell, or if there is a thunderstorm and they are scared, observe where they go. Do they hide under the bed, or do they come to you? If your cat seeks you out when they are frightened, during fireworks, or when they are in pain, you have passed the ultimate test. You have overridden millions of years of instinct that tell them to hide. You have become safer than a hiding spot. If they come to you, how you handle that moment is critical. If you push them away because you are busy, they remember. If you make space for them, if you offer a warm lap and a steady hand, you reinforce the bond. They are testing. Will you protect me when I cannot protect myself? The verdict. How you know you've passed. So, you've endured the staring, the gravity checks, the 3 a.m. meows, and the belly traps. How do you know if you've passed? How does a cat tell you that you are, in fact, a good human? The verdict is rarely loud. It is in the micro behaviors. 1. The head bunt. When a cat bumps their head against yours or rubs their cheek on your leg, they are doing more than saying hello. They are marking you. They have scent glands on their face. They are depositing their scent on you, effectively claiming you. They are telling other cats, "This giant is mine. They are part of my colony." 2. The grooming. Has your cat ever licked your hand or your hair? It feels like sandpaper, but it is the highest honor. In a cat colony, grooming is only done between family members and trusted allies. It is called allo-grooming. If they groom you, they are treating you not as a master, but as a peer, a family member. 3. The sleeping positions. If your cat sleeps on your chest, or with their butt touching your face, as unpleasant as that might be, they have decided you are safe. Deep sleep requires total abandon. They are entrusting their life to you for those hours. 4. The gift? Yes, the mouse on the doorstep. Or, for indoor cats, the toy dropped in your shoe. This isn't just them saying, "I'm a hunter." It's them recognizing that you are a terrible hunter. They've never seen you catch a mouse. They are worried you might starve. They are sharing their resources with you because you are part of the pack. It is an act of charity and love. The honor of the chosen. As we wrap up, I want you to look at your cat again. Look at them not just as a pet, but as a sentient creature with a complex emotional life. They have spent months, maybe years, studying you. They have tested your anger, tested your kindness, and tested your loyalty. And if they are sitting there, purring, blinking slowly at you, it means you won. You have passed the audit. It is a profound honor to be chosen by an animal that doesn't need you for survival, but chooses you for companionship. It means that in the eyes of the most skeptical judge in the animal kingdom, you are a good person. Thank you for spending this time with us. If this resonated with you, or if you realize just now that you've been tested all along, please share your story in the comments. I read them, and I'd love to know about the bond you share with your feline friend. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the animal mind. Until next time, treat your little judges with kindness. They are always watching.